You got three?
I like that one. I'm gonna ask you two. And I'm gonna ask you one that I
All right.
ask my people.
All right. What you got?
Okay. What was the last positively affirming thing you said to or about yourself?
Wow.
I know, right? How did it feel? Was it true? In what ways can you affirm the good in yourself more frequently?
Okay. So today I was driving in traffic,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if the dude behind me was irritated with me in some fashion, but what I do know in bumper to bumper traffic, because there was a light that was out, he got in the turn and like he got on the side of me in the turn only right lane,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just to get right in front of me. He like cut his car and like got right in front of me. Right? And being the person that I am, I was like, well, what did I do?
Mm-hmm.
But like, I mean, like I was following all the rule. I was following all the rule. I mean, I don't know what was going on with him. Maybe he had to be somewhere or whatever. But in that moment, I had to affirm to myself that look, like it's not only me in traffic. It's not just that, and there's a lot of pieces going on here, and maybe something I did wasn't right, but that's not the sole cause of this. And I
Right.
think in those moments, I don't think I really did that before.
Mm-hmm.
Before I feel like that I became more connected to what I feel like is bigger than trying to live and serve in purpose, right?
Right.
And the coolest part about the story is, so obviously he aggressively cut me off, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously he was mad, okay? But if you are from Texas,
Mm-hmm.
at least like I know in Texas, you know how people, when you let them in front of them, they'll wave.
Right.
He waved at me, and so I just waved back. And in that moment, I was like, did I just diffuse that? Did I just, because I totally let him in. Like once he put his nose in, I just totally backed off, like I did everybody else, right?
Right.
And I was like, did I change that moment?
You
Not in a
did.
way of conceitedness or like I'm trying, of going like, oh, by me being my best self, I changed who he was.
Right. Because he waved and you waved back. So that you could have gave him the finger.
Yeah, but
And that could have changed
everything.
everything
Yeah.
right there. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that was great. Yeah.
But I don't know if that's to answer your question.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a nice story.
Yeah. You affirm that you're a positive person in that moment. You say you're
Well,
positive.
I guess like what I'm really thinking is that like daily, all the time, you're gonna have these moments that really want to kick.
So what affirmation would you say aligns with how you acted in that moment?
That every moment I'm really trying hard to be aware of who I am and show up as my best self.
And you did that in that moment.
And I did that in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, there could have been like a car accident. You know what I mean? But like, if I had been distracted, I've been on my phone, if I had been drinking, whatever else, like but I was like just like in the car, I was like jamming out to like Michael Jackson, but like, you know what I'm saying? But I was just in the car. We're stuck in traffic, so I wasn't
Right.
really in any hurry either. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, it wouldn't be.
But this guy needed to be somewhere, which was one car right in front of me.
That's crazy. So, what is something you enjoy doing alone?
Oh man. There are too many things to everything. Is that weird? Is that bad?
No, it's not bad, but like so if it's everything, if one of those things was taken away, which thing would that? How would you feel if one of those? So now we kind of like narrow it down to something specific that you would miss that you like doing alone?
Okay, you tell me. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this, and then you tell me. You psychoanalyze it. Okay. The reason I say everything
Mm-hmm.
is because when I'm showing up for someone that's in my life,
Mm-hmm.
like ultimately, I don't want to say like I'm on their time, but like I'm gonna give them my 100% presence, and I'm gonna be on their time. I'm gonna be there with them, right? And that's not my time totally anymore, right?
No, but this is like, what do you enjoy doing alone? Like
So
you alone, just
so,
you and four walls.
but what I'm trying to say is like, so now I crave time alone. Doing anything alone, like you know what I mean, like because I ultimately, when I'm with people, even that I care about, there's an energy exchange, right? And being the type of person I am, that can be very draining for me, not because of them, but because of me, right? So, like, if I had to pick one thing, like, I love working out by myself. Oh, I love it. It's the best. Like, I'll do like audiobooks. I'll do classical music. I'll just think. My mind just like goes. That's when I come up with like concepts for stuff, or like say I get stuck with something on a podcast. Like I'm trying to work through like what I think a storyline would be, and like it'll hit me like when I'm working out, and I'll be like, "Ooh, that's it," and I'll just write it in my phone like real quick. It's like it's almost like meditative, I think.
So, are you finding ways to allow yourself this solitude activity?
I'm trying to find ways to keep me from wanting to do it all the time because that's the bad part, right? Like think about like I think the thing that impacts us as we age the most is the isolation that happens, right? And once you as a person become immobile, then that means everyone has to come to you. And so then you get isolated, right? And so I think it's just important to just really stretch that muscle all the time. You know what I mean? Like I would even say like the podcast sometimes makes me stretch that muscle, right? You know what I mean? Like
Same thing with DJing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like you don't get to choose. Like if you
Yeah.
commit to something, you know, you choose how you show up, but you don't choose like necessarily like what happens in traffic or those kinds of things, right? But you choose how you respond to that, and that takes meditation and practice and taking care of your body and feeling good. Like what kind of decisions are you gonna make when you're hungover versus what kind of decisions you make when you're not hungover?
True.
What kind of decisions are you going to make when your body has the nutrients it needs, like the juice it needs, versus when it doesn't? How are you going to sleep? What are those things going to be like? Like, there's like, people are always like looking for like a magic like pill. Just pick some shit. Just pick some, like, juice is a great one, right? Exercise is a great one. Meditation's a great one. Just start with those. Don't worry about anything else. I mean, I'm not even saying at that point you have to necessarily change your diet. It'd probably be a good idea.
Right.
But just by you changing that, you can start
Yeah,
changing things,
just
and then
make
you
a
just
change.
and then it'll fall into it because you'll start feeling good.
Nothing changes if nothing changes.
That's right.
Yeah, you got to change. You got to change some things. Ooh, this is a good one.
All right, go.
What dreams have you stopped pursuing? I don't see you. I don't think you've stopped pursuing anything. Have you?
Okay, you tell me if this is a cop out answer. I feel like I spent most of my life not pursuing my dreams, and now I feel like I'm doing more things that pursue my dreams.
Nice.
But like the reason I wasn't pursuing my dreams before is just because I wasn't doing it. Nothing was stopping me from doing it.
Right. Right.
Nothing was keeping you from doing all the things that you're doing now.
I just want an alignment.
It's just what you like. So once you get in alignment with the things that you think that really empower this thing, then it starts all making sense. It starts all connecting. You go, oh, okay. Oh, this is this.
What is it? Jeremiah 29. For I know the plans that I have for you, the plans to prosper you and not harm you. So your blueprint, your life has already been rolled out, right? You just have to believe that there's goodness waiting for you, right? So, coolest quote I could give you, my dad gave me.
Okay.
All right. Success always succeeds, right? You can't stop it, right? But if you don't believe you'll be successful, then that stops it. right? So all things start and ends with belief. You can meditate, you can journal, you can fast, you can pay your tithes, you can do all those things. But if you don't believe that it ends to a positive result, then none of that matters. None of it matters. So it comes to your level of belief. So I call it the flashlight theory, right? So you're in a room with furniture, right? Turn the lights off. You don't see no furniture, right? But it's in here,
Right.
right? Whatever you're supposed to have, you already have it. You just don't see it,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
But as you start to vibrate and your light starts to get a little bigger, you see a bar, right?
Right.
You know, you see equipment. Now you see a whole room. Now you see a whole house. That's your vibration. That's your light. So as you get better and you get your body more in tune, which that's why exercise is important.
Right.
Exercise tune this instrument, right? Because you have to remember we are spirits having a human experience,
Yes.
right? We're just piloting this body, right? We're so much more than this, right? So when you know that, you can move a little bit differently, right? Because you can see what works and what don't work. When you keep this body in tune, you keep this temple, straight. The Bible says in Genesis 6:3, God is going to dwell with man for 120 years, right? So I think right now it's like 360 supercentenarians, right? So that's people over the age of 100,
Okay.
right? I think it was like last month, the oldest marathon runner got hit by a car. Kind of ironic, but he was 114,
Dang.
right? But he was still running,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So you have people like that, and these people ain't special. You know what I'm saying? They're not rich. They're not, but
They believe.
they believed.
That's right.
They believed.
Right.
Whatever it was, they believe, and they still believe. Right? So everything that you want, everything that you want to be, is attached to your belief. Period. Your whole experience here is all based off of what you believe it is. If you believe you're having a shitty time, you're
You
probably
want
having a shitty time. But you're probably a shitty person. You're probably doing shitty things.
Right. Yeah.
Because you attract what you are. See, this you do all that.
You believe that that's your worth.
I mean, if that's what you're doing,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. If that's what you're doing, yeah,
In a weird way that you believe that's what you're worth, like in a backwards way, right? You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I was thinking about the question you asked me about like my dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't believe I could have my dreams. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
And so when I started like doing the podcast, and then at what point am I now a podcaster? At the point where I believe that I'm a podcaster. So at some point I was like, well, this is what I've been doing this. So it is part of what I am, right?
Mm-hmm.
And once I started believing, everything changed in my experience and what I'm having with this. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, we have the power to not so much control the dream, but you can narrate what happens within your dream. And it's all based off of what you believe, what you say, and what you do.
Right.
If you say good things, you do good things gonna happen for you.
Yeah.
Even when bad things happen. No one said bad stuff's not gonna happen. It is. But when the house burned down, you get a new one, right?
Hopefully.
You get a better house.
Hopefully.
You know what I'm saying? If you pay the insurance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just always, things is just always going to get better if you believe they are. You know,
There is some reason why the things that happen in your life, there is a connective reason why, hopefully building to something better, if that's what you believe that you deserve. Yes.
sir. Yes. So, another question for
Okay,
you.
wait, this is the one you ask your kids?
No, this is one I asked my class.
My class, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So you're on an island, right? You're
Okay.
on this island forever. You can take three things, right? You can take three things. One thing has to be workout related. What is that piece of equipment you bring?
Just the workout one?
Just
or
the
the,
workout. Just the workout one. Just the
Ooh.
workout one. What are you taking?
ooh. Man, that's tough. Okay, let me ask. I know you're not supposed to do this with questions like this,
Oh,
but
yeah. Go
okay,
ahead.
like will it last forever? Like no
Yeah,
matter what it
yeah,
is,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't have to get a new one.
No,
It'll be
no,
forever.
Yeah. It's good, huh?
Yeah, I think. And like what's so crazy about this is I feel like that if you would have asked me this a while back, maybe my answer would have been a little bit different, right? But I
It's based
think,
off of where you are now.
well,
right?
like I mean, because like I'm gonna be 50, right? So like I've been reevaluating things. I would say probably my bands. Like I think just for the versatility, right? Like I could argue like maybe like my TRX, like that would
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But like
yeah.
I think the bands, I think that there's this other level that the bands bring that can help you in these ways that the TRX just like struggles,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And so and then just like if you're saying like okay I could bring like a set, and that's recent too. Like I don't know if I in the last like 6
So what
months
would be your younger answer?
probably a TRX or maybe even like one of these like Vipers, these big tube thingies I have over here, these big Vipers. But like I probably, I might even would have said something like weight related, like, you know what I mean? I don't know, some sort of weight of like was it like a kettlebell?
Yeah, somebody
or something like
said
that or whatever,
somebody
right?
said the kettlebell.
But I think when I think about like the age, like your full aging process, there's no age in which you can't do bands. Now, I could argue there's no age in which you can't do like a TRX, but like some of the movements on a TRX start to get really difficult as you age. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
like
I
just,
teach TRX.
yeah, just pulling yourself up on it,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And so, final answer would be strength bands. But can I name my other two things?
Please.
Okay. Some form of like Spotify, like music, like some way to have music, right?
Definitely. Gotta have music.
And
I
then,
agree with that.
man, I didn't even think about like the third thing. I was so focused on the music part of it. So I have my workout bands, I have Spotify, and man, I don't know
It's very simple.
what. What's your third thing?
What's
What's
my
your second thing?
workout for my workout
Is what?
A mat.
That's a good one too. I thought of that.
Yeah, mat because I can do yoga, I can do Pilates.
I can do yoga and Pilates on the sand if I have
can
to.
do, and then I also have a clean place to lay down.
I mean,
I
it does
got a clean
double up.
place to lay down. I got a clean place to eat.
Yeah, but I'm thinking they're gonna be big leaves there, right? they're gonna be big leaves, right?
I'd rather eat on my mat.
I think a mat's a great answer. Okay, so what's number two for you though?
Definitely music.
Some
And,
sort of music, right?
Yeah, something to start music.
I feel like you would have agreed on that one.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. You gotta have music.
Okay, but what's your third one though?
Something to start a fire.
Oh yeah. I thought you were gonna say your juicer. I thought you're like,
I
you
got
probably gonna.
coconuts. I got coconut. I got fresh fruit.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
good.
I mean, yeah. That's pretty much it.
Want to start a fire, man. I want to be able to start a fire when I catch that fish.
I would see that's for me making fun of people not taking medication. Zombie apocalypse. Like I didn't even think that like fire. Like I would die in the first like first couple of weeks, I'd be dead because I couldn't even start a fire. Really. Hey, my man.
That's a good question, right?
Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott.